When setting up your landing page, definitely take your time. It's the first page that any user that visits your marketplace is going to see, so you definitely want to spend some time in getting some really cool images, playing with the font, the text, the colors, all of that. And to do so, from your admin dashboard, you'll go to Settings, Site View Setup, and select Landing Page. And that'll take you to your admin view of your landing page. So any changes that you do in this page will be reflected in the live view of your landing page. So first, your favicon. This is your favicon. So your favicon, we've got some blogs. So visit our blogs if you don't know what a favicon is. We've got a blog article that explains exactly what it is. So this little image here, it will also appear up here. So anytime a user clicks on it, it takes them back to the landing page. So for this, to change that and to add your logo, you're going to click on it, and that'll take you to your computer files where you can choose the logo that you want to choose or use. Click on Open after selecting it, and you won't see a preview right away. So in order to preview it, you'll want to scroll to the bottom, and you'll be doing this a lot. This is the way that you save your work. You click on Done, and that'll always take you back to your landing page. And if you notice here, the favicon changed already. So if I click on the favicon, it does take me back to my landing page. So this is the live view of my landing page. So to get back to the admin panel, we'll hover over, select Admin Panel, go to Settings, Site View Setup, and Landing Page. So moving on with these top text options. So Post is posting a want. So if I'm on Charlotte's Interwebs and I'm looking for, let's say, a hat, if I click on Post as a user, it allows me to post what I'm looking for, and it's just one of those other ways that's great about marketplaces, that's great about my marketplace builder and our softwares. It's just a further way to connect buyers and sellers. So me as a buyer, I post what I want, and any vendor on Charlotte's Interwebs that sells hats will see that they have a match with me, so that the vendor can contact me and say, hey, I have hats. And then, there's a sale right there. So it's a really, really, really helpful tool. So in here, you can change the text on any of these. Change the font. Anytime you see this text bar, you can change any of it. So just click on it. If I want to change the font, it'll give you some options here. If I want to change the size, it gives you some options up to 36. And of course some colors. And if you want custom colors, you can always select custom, and it'll allow you to choose a color picker. And then this Browse Products page, that's going to be your general search page, so your browse page. Your Browse Once. So Browse Once, this is where I'm going to see all of those posts that people have posted, all their wants. So all of these posts are going to show up on this page. So this is basically like your wants search page. And of course, if you have a blog, this will be the link to that blog. If you don't have a blog, you can always unselect it, and this option will no longer be available in the landing page. This text for, don't pay attention to it, it's just a placeholder. It doesn't actually show up in your landing page. And of course, your inbox is your inbox. So moving forward, your logo. So to change your logo, you'll simply click on this icon here and select a logo from your computer files. I'm going to select that same green one just to match it up. And again, you won't see a preview for that. If you do want to see a preview, of course, go down to Done. Click on the favicon, and here you're able to see that it changed. So to go back to Admin Panel, Settings, Site View Setup, Landing Page. and I'm back here. So this is your tagline. This is where you'll enter in that information. Again, you can change the text, make it bold, italic, change the font, change the size, and change the color. This bar right here is just another search bar. It'll ask the user, what are you looking for? And if you don't want that option there, you just simply uncheck it. We'll keep it checked for now. And these two buttons are your call to action buttons. And here you can change the text as well. And you can also, to change the colors, it allows you to choose a color from the color picker. And when you do choose a color, so for example, if I were to choose red, it does give you the number. So if you did want to match both buttons, you can simply copy this number and then paste it there. So I don't want to save these changes. I don't want that red button there, so I'm just going to go back to dashboard. So anytime you don't want to make a change, you just don't want to click on done. So we'll go back to settings, landing page, and you'll see that it turned back to blue. To change the background picture, you'll click on the cloud and select from your files. Click on open, and this will give you a preview. And one thing to note, anytime you are uploading photos, it's always just good to just click on done to save it. Technology can be really finicky sometimes, so sometimes if you're adding too much, it won't save all the way. So let's go back to settings, landing page. It's just a good habit to get into. Over here, these are your categories, and this example text over here, they're just placeholders to show where your actual categories are going to go, because you don't set up your categories here on the landing page. But this top text here, you can change the font again, size, color, and change the wording if you'd like. This bar right here is just a placeholder. So you don't have to pay much attention. You don't have to color. You don't have to pick the color or anything. It's just a placeholder. It's for a feature. So if you do ever want to feature an explainer video or a fun video about your marketplace, you can talk to us about it, and we can talk to you about pricing about that feature. So that is an available option for an explainer video on your landing page. This text right here is optional. And then how it works. So how it works, we've done a ton of research on user experience, and we've noticed that the best websites always have this section. It's a rule of 3 section. It's almost like feng shui for a website. And you can make this any way you want. We found that how it works is really good, especially on your landing page, because it's the first thing people are going to read through. They're kind of going to get to know your site. So you can make it to where it's a how it works, or you can change it up. You can change it up to our mission, how we were founded, our history, our values, anything you'd like. So that's this title text there. You can change all of that. And then down here, under the photos, you have the option to change that. So you've got a title area, and you've got an area for a little bit more of a paragraph. So, to change these images, same thing. You'll individually click on each one, select from your files, click open, and you'll do that for each one. And then once you're done with this section, let's just get into that habit and clicking on done. We'll go back to settings, site view setup, and continue on. So this section here, this is the footer. So here you can make this, you can get creative and make it any kind of text you want. A lot of times there's like another mission statement, if you've got another longer tagline, anything you want. This allows you to get creative, and you can make it to where this text is larger than this text. If you scroll down, it makes the area a lot bigger. So to change the background picture, the footer picture, you'll click on that cloud, select from your files, click open. And as you see here, this text is not very visible with this background. So that's definitely something to take note of. So I'm going to select a different picture because I do have another background picture. Not that one. Here it is, the footer picture. So you see, so a good thing to know is if you add kind of a transparent background, so that's what we did. We just added a darker transparent window, if you say, over the picture, over the original picture to kind of darken it. And that way our white letters can pop. And we're going to click on Done to save. Go back to Settings, Site View Setup, Landing Page. We're going to scroll down and continue on. So this text over here, this is going to be your footer text. So this is not a product site. So whether or not you are product or service, you'll want to select a correct one. If you have both, you'll keep both selected. Charlotte's Interwebs is a product marketplace, so I'm going to unselect Sell Your Service. But another thing to note is you can also change the text in here as well, make it bold, italic, change the font, sizing, color as well. And you can do that with all of these fields. So these are just your links. So your login link, your sign up link, your About Us page, your terms page, your FAQs page, and your contact. If you don't want to include one, again, just unselect it, uncheck mark it. And once you are done, you'll click on Done. Go back to the favicon, take you to your landing page, and now you're able to view your landing page. And as I mentioned, here's your text for the category fields. And then once you do set up all your categories, they will show up listed over here under categories of items for sale or whatever text you choose. This is an example of that feature, the explainer videos. So if you're interested, definitely come talk to us about adding that feature. Here's our How It Works section. And then here's our footer page. And then of course, we have these options as well. And that is how you set up your landing page.